I've lived in Malaysia 4 months, and here are 6 things that shocked me about Kuala Lumpur. I'm Sean, Queen of DC, full-time solo traveler. On this channel, I post my travel tips and adventures around the world. If that's your vibe, subscribe. Number one, Malaysians will call ladies sis or auntie if they perceive you as older than them. Now, while that is shocking to me, but it's pleasant, we call each other sis, auntie, unc, bro in the Black community. And I started seeing in the comments where people would refer to me as sis and auntie, and I was like, okay, they must use that same terminology. And one of my subscribers shared, he said, I hope you're not offended when we perceive you as older. We call you sis, auntie as a term of endearment. I love it. I embrace it because we do the same things. For sis, we call our peers more so sis. If I just meet someone or see them, I might say, how you doing, sis? What's happening, sis? Have a great day, sis. Don't even know them. You're my elder or someone we regard highly and respect. We call them auntie and unc. That's common in the Black community. And also as a woman, I can call men I don't know. I can say, hey, brother, how you doing? He'll say, hey, sis, I'm good. It's a greeting and a term of endearment. Number two, alcohol is expensive. Why is alcohol so expensive? I went in the store to get a bottle of wine. There was no wine cheaper than $20. They range from $20 on up. And what if I don't like it? I don't know the quality or the taste of the wine. So I would like to experiment and buy different ones if they price between $10 and $15. But I'm not paying 20 plus dollars on a bottle of wine and I don't know what it tastes like. The small bottles are even $10. $10 for this little bottle of Prosecco. In the States, you can get a decent bottle of wine from $10 on up. And that way it gives you variety to taste different versions. But with that price point here, that's okay. It's cheaper for me just to buy a drink when I'm out. Number three is really shocking to me. Restaurants do not serve your food together. If there's more than one person you're dining with, they bring out whatever's ready. So if your entree is ready, they're going to bring it out to you. And your friend may not get their meal until 5 to 15 minutes later. So you're sitting there. I teach etiquette, American etiquette. SuccessfulEtiquette.com is my business. I teach business etiquette, dining etiquette, manners. And one of the rules, American etiquette, one of the rules is you do not eat your meal until everyone is served at your table, if it's a small group. I'm sitting there waiting because my friend doesn't have their food, but 5 to 15 minutes, my food is going to be cold. Why they do this, I don't know. Maybe it's because they don't want dishes sitting around in the kitchen. Throw that rule out the window here in Malaysia. You eat your food, apologize to your friend. Hey, that's just the way it is. Do not go trying to having them explain why they go through their processes. They're not going to listen to you anyway and understand it. So you just have to adjust and just deal with it. Every place I've been with someone, if we're not sharing a dish, it has been that way. And it ranges from 5 to 15 minutes. I try to wait, but I'm sorry. I don't want my food to be cold. Americans like to do a lot of substitution. Can I get this for that for this? Don't even. It's more stressful trying to explain to certain people what you need, the exchange. You just, no. If you want something different, just order something different, okay? Because going back and forth with someone about, can I get this instead of that? No. And some places will just tell you, no, we don't do that. And that's fair. Just understand you're not going to get all the substitutions and exchanges here. This leads to culture shock number 4. Look at the price before you swipe. A lot of places here is tap and go with your card. Once you tap that card and pay for that product, baby, there is no exchanging. There's no refunds. And it's just the way it is, because it becomes really a big issue. For example, sometimes it was my fault and sometimes it wasn't my fault. I was in the store, convenience store, and the guy rang me up. And once I paid for it, I realized, wait a minute, this is not my granola bar. That was the person behind me, or somebody left it on the counter. He's like, sis, what you want me to do? Basically, that was his expression. We looking at each other, and I'm like, I don't want this. And he's like, you already paid for it. In America, they would just void the item and give me my money back. Not in Malaysia. Not, it's yours. So I was like, you know what? Fine. I was like, all right. Then I was in the grocery store. Got one of the items, but it was a different flavor. And so when I went up, paid for it, I realized once I tapped, I'm like, oh my goodness. I realized it was a little bit more expensive. She was like, no, there was no price on that one. This one is more expensive. Okay, fine. But I didn't want this if it was this price. Child, that lady was like, what you want me to do, sis? Auntie, don't fight. What you want? It's yours now. You bought it. It's like, you know what? It becomes just too much of a big deal. I know it's not. They're not going to give me my money back. They're not going to make any exchanges. I accept it. This is something even as simple in the McDonald's. I got my order in the McDonald's and I got a Coke Zero. I tasted the Coke. It was flat. The machine needed to be changed. So I went up to the person and I said, hey, this soda is flat. Can I just exchange it for a strawberry? That's it. I just wanted to exchange it for a strawberry. And I don't know if she understood me, but she said she would go change the machine. And I said, no, it's okay. Can I just get the strawberries instead so my food won't get cold? And she's like, I asked another employee, can I have the strawberry instead of the Coke so my food won't get cold? They looking at me like, she gonna change the machine. I'm like, gosh, Lord, fine. Take the Coke. I want hot food because I know I can't come back here and you're not gonna exchange the food. I said, you know what? Never mind. Thank you. Never mind. I just go someplace else and get me a drink. It becomes just really more complex than I want it to be when I need to exchange something or refund. I know it's not going to happen, just the way it is. Look at the price before you swipe. Number 5, I noticed the elevators. They will have 3, 3A, and then they'll skip to 5. So there's no 4. Then it'll go 13, 13A, then skip to 15. And the sequence. And I said, wonder why there's no number 4 in their elevators. I was told those buildings are owned by the Chinese. And in their culture, the number 4 sounds or represents death. So you will not have 4, those particular numbers on their elevators. Before coming to Malaysia, I had never seen that before, so that was new to me. Number 6 is the traffic. The traffic is horrific in KL. They are rude, they are impatient, it's congested, and you want to make sure you get to where you need to be before rush hour or after rush hour. It's just the impatience of the drivers. Don't just dart out there when the light turns green. Give yourself, just like in America, give yourself some time before you cross that street because they run red lights. They're very impatient once that light turns and you're in the middle of the street. You better get yourself on to cross that street. But I was surprised by the traffic. I don't know what I was expecting, but the traffic is congested. And when it rains, make sure you bring an umbrella with you because it's going to rain every day. It's going to rain every day. So take that into account. If you got places to be and things to do, the traffic, the rain, it can be a lot. What are some culture shocks you've experienced in Malaysia? Leave me a comment below. Malaysians, what are some things that we need to be aware of when visiting Malaysia? These are 6 things that I deal with often that I wanted to share. If this video has been helpful, subscribe, like, and share. Until next time, peace.